Are y'all ready to get up? Clap your hands. Come on. Right here, 9 on the Grind TV. Tony Cam is in the house today. We're going to do a little birthday celebration. Woo! From the front seat live. You know what time it is. You know how we do it. My co-host Kara also is in the house today. All right. We're going to start with Virginia. You in the house? North Carolina, South Carolina, you in the house? Maryland, DC, are y'all in the house? Rhode Island, Staten Island, Queens, Long Island, New York City, are you in the house? Snap your fingers like this. Minneapolis, Minnesota, Detroit, Michigan, you in the house? Get active on that chat line, y'all. From the front seat, 9 on the Grind TV. Ohio. Where you at, Brenda? What's up, Patty? What's up, Bootsy? Oh, I'm rocking the nappy wear today. Kentucky, you in the house? West Virginia, Georgia, Afterglow 92416, you in the house? Florida, much love. I love y'all. I know you in the house. We got you. New Orleans, you in the house today? Say yeah. Say yeah. Oh, we ride today. From the front seat, I'm your host number 9. West Coast, what's up, Angela? You know I love you, baby. California, Washington State, Lisa. Las Vegas, Nevada, and Texas, Louis Phil, you in the house? Let's ride. From the front seat. Hawaii, Japan, Tokyo, all around the world. You in the house? You'll ride with me today in the front seat. Korea, I'm Young High, say yo. Russia, Germany, Australia. What's up, Carla? What's up, Wendy? I love y'all. England, Dubai, India, you in the house?
Once again, ladies and gentlemen.
Some of y'all ain't clapping. I can feel it. Get up, get up, get up. Tony Cam's in the house today. Oh, yeah. From the front seat. Get y'all pumped up. So Maceo. Nothing but the funk, y'all. Come on, come on, come on. All right, let's bring him in. The man, the myth, the legend. Tony Cam is in the house. Welcome to another y'all of funk from the front seat. How you guys doing today? Let me readjust my camera like I always do and get straight over here. What's up, man?
What's going on, brother?
I'm all right, man. Everything is beautiful. You looking good. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me on here.
Hey, it's a blessing, man. This is a long time coming, man. And first of all, you know, happy birthday and all that good stuff. It's your birthday week.
Yep.
I trust you and your family are doing well. Everything good?
Everybody's camtastic.
Amen. Hey, I love it. Amen. It's the summer of who? Summer of Cam.
Summer of Cam, baby. Yeah, that's it. That's what we got to do.
That's right.
Lots of projects, lots of stuff. Like the summer is
right.
going to be lit up, man.
That's right. That's right. It's your time to fly, bro. And I'm proud of you, man. Everything you do, man. You bring a lot of peace, love, and harmony to the world. Always positive, always uplifting people, supportive, never, and that other stuff that people get into. And that's why I vibe with you so much, man. You've been one of the few people I could pick up the phone and call, when things ain't going so right. And I love you for that.
Yeah. And you know what the wildest thing is? We've never met. It's like I feel like we've hung out our whole lives and stuff, man, and we've never like physically been in the same space, which is so cool.
The only one time is at the ball, but I didn't really bother you at the ball.
Yeah, that's right too. At the ball. Yeah, so we didn't really chop it up. I knew afterwards, I knew you were there and you knew I was there, but yeah.
Right. And the only thing I did, I came up and told you, man, I liked how you came on, with I'm gonna make you sick of me. I was like, yo, and you was like, man, I was like, no, I was like, y'all crushed that shit. Y'all crushed it. So,
hey, that new Parliament, man. I had to do it, man. I had to do it. We got a rehearsal. I was like, dude, we got to throw the new Parliament out there, man. Yeah. Big ups to George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic, man. They are like everything, man. So if any homage I can pay to them, man, I'm gonna try to do it.
You and me both. When people are performing, I kind of always tend to let them be because I know how that is.
Yeah.
You brought up a good point about paying respects and homage to those that came before us. And, I think as long as it's done in a respectful way, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what they would want. And I'm going to ask you something later on in the show. And we're going to also bring on our lovely producer, Kara Oker, who's back there, the woman behind the glass.
Kara.
Keeping it funky, keeping it sassy, making the show run, doing her outstanding production. I love her to death. And I'm going to tell my audience something. A minute ago, Tony said he wanted to steal Kara. And I was like, no. But, she's down. She's free agent.
I do, man. I need her. Kara is the bomb, man. I've just known her like a few minutes, man, like a couple hours or something. But yeah, she's on point, man. So yeah, bring her on.
No, for sure. So let me ask you, you rocking the garb, the TC Tony Cam brand garb.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little bit before we get into your history about how you're just dropping so much stuff out this year. And I want to tie it in with somebody we both know, Mr. Curtis Wilcox.
Okay. All right. So yeah, man, just like pandemic time, like everybody was basically shut down, locked down, couldn't do nothing and all that stuff. So I was like, wow, I can't go out like that. So what can I do? Because prior to that, 2019, because I have the Funk All-Star Band, we were gigging like 30, 40 shows, a year. So it doesn't leave a lot of time for stuff, because I work as well, this is not my career. So I'm just working, doing shows on the weekends and not a lot of time to do a lot of stuff. So when pandemic hit and all the shows got canceled, I'm like, well, what can I do? When life gives you lemons, you make lemon bars. I don't make lemonade, lemon bars, because I love lemon bars. But I just started thinking like, what can I do? So I just started doing other stuff. I started digital painting. Not canvases and stuff, but just on my phone with a stylus and then stuff that just ideas that came to me. And I started doing that stuff. And then I started like putting them on clothing. I got an account with Vita and I just started sending all this stuff out. And next thing I know, people were buying it. And they were like, we want that shirt. We want this shirt, And I'm like, are you serious? Like people want my artwork. So now I have like an art collection. I've got a collection of clothing, T-shirts, mugs, home accessories, shower curtains, all that stuff, man. On our merch site, that is just stuff that I just think of it, do it, and put it out there. You never know. There's 1,000 reasons on things why you shouldn't do something, why you should wait or why you should not attempt something, and I'm just of a different school. I'm just like, throw it all out there, man. What sticks to the wall, it's going to be cool. And what doesn't, so what? We did it. We tried it. You're never going to know. So that's the whole thing that I'm just trying to do right now is building the brand. If you go to my website, I have so many tabs on there because I've got a finger into like everything, you know. And I'm just juggling stuff constantly, all the time, 24/7, you know.
Yeah, man, that's what I admire about you. You inspire the rest of us, and you continue to, you know, open up doors and set examples for others trying to do the thing and understand, hey, just never give up and just keep doing your thing. And like you said, have a little bit of everything in this social media world, man.
Yeah,
Before we get into the comic book, I definitely want to shout out Curtis Wilcox because Curtis, I know you're watching. He couldn't wait for you to be on the show. So Curtis, we love you. Know that I care about you, bro. You're just you know you help revitalize the Nappy brand. Besides Miss Pat Dioria, which is the brand behind us that you see on the screen, Aquarius Rising Art. So thank you, Pat. Curtis Wilcox also has revitalized a lot of stuff for us. And Curtis, I can't thank you enough, man. Curtis and you have a special relationship. So
yeah.
this is exciting to me about your comic book, The
Uh-huh.
Adventures of Tony Cam and the Funk All Stars. So how
Yeah.
did that come about? Hi, Sonia.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, this is so crazy because I watched one of your previous shows and I forgot the guy, Greg, I think his name was on, and he was talking about how he met Curtis, same kind of way. And I'm like, okay, now everything is 6 degrees of Curtis Wilcox now, you know, and it's kind of like, so I'm doing my thing, I'm putting music out, I'm doing different stuff, and I get this message on Messenger, and this dude says, Tony Cam, I like what you're doing, man. Like that, right? And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, yeah. I
and
love the voice.
yeah, that's his voice. And I know he's we were Facebook friends, but I never met him. So I didn't really like know him. So I'm like, thanks, dude, you know, whatever. So we started talking. He was like, when you do that album, I want to do the album cover. I'm like, okay, you're an artist. So then he sent me the links, and I was like, whoa, this dude, you know, did the Octopussy cover and this, to that, to that, to that. And I'm like, oh, this dude is all right. He's real. And so I said, well, we're working on a Funk All Stars album, so maybe I'll send him a picture and say, you know, see, maybe we'll do like a little 3 or 4 page. You know how back in the day when we used to get Parliament albums, Funkadelic albums, sometimes like a comic book would come with the joint.
Yeah,
And it would be the tales of whatever, you know, and it's just
yeah,
3, 4 pages, but it's very entertaining. You spend a lot
yes.
of time reading and stuff. I'm like, maybe we can do something like that for the band to come out with an album that we're working on. So he's like, no problem. But when he sent the picture back, the drawings back to me, I'm like, these dudes look like Fantastic Four or Avengers or whatever. And my mind started going, I'm like, no, no, no. We can't just do like a little 3-page book about music. This is an adventure series or whatever. So I hit him back. And then all Curtis needs is a okay to go into Curtis land.
Yes,
And
yes,
so, you know, and so I pitched a basic idea of how the band is performing and what happens, and they get slimed and then they get powers and they got a nemesis and all. And man, he ran with it. And we were starting to put it out in issues. So we put out the first issue, and we were going to put it out in like 4 issues of like 13, 14 pages or whatever. But Curtis is so prolific. Like this dude over 3 or 4 days drew out 52-page graphic novel, basically. Send it to me. Write to it, dude. And I'm like, okay. So I started writing to it. And we got Stan Webb involved. He came in and did all the lettering. And so we're almost done. So maybe the next week or 2, we're going to release the entire 52-page first book 1 of The Adventures of Tony Cam and the Funk All Stars. All the artwork is by Curtis Wilcox. Story by me and Curtis. Stan Webb doing the lettering. And we're going to have it available online. We're going to have it available in hard copy. And it turned out to be a real adventure story. Like, you're going to get into it. You're going to love it. You're going to say, we want to know when is book 2 coming out. So, of course, we're already working on book 2 because that's how that guy is. He's out in front of me all the time. So he's halfway through book 2, and I haven't even thought about trying to get book 1 out yet. But I love that dude, man. He's all right.
And Curtis, if you listen, you know Nappy Head is next. I'll just leave it at that. So
you gotta get him on something. He always behind the scenes and stuff. Gotta get him.
That's right. You got a few shout outs, Bird Bait, Sonia Murphy, David Brooks, you know, they all watching the show. You got a lot of followers and they sign on. What's up, Dr. Brookenstein? And Sonia says, Bird Bait says you look awesome in that shirt. So right there.
Hey, look, Sonia Murphy got some of this gear. She got some.
Sonia, I love you, Sonia, because you support and promote all of us. So thank you for always being there. You're amazing. And please,
dude,
guys,
if you look in the dictionary under cheerleader, and you Sonia Murphy's picture right beside that joke, because she is like.
Right. That's
anything I'm doing, man, she's like, you know, if I say, hey, I'm coming out with a new coffee of mine, she's like, send me some, you know, and it's like, that's the kind of people you want surrounding you, because that's really where the energy comes from.
Amen.
Like all the stuff I'm doing, the music, the comic book, the clothing, whatever, if nobody liked it or didn't care, it wouldn't be any inspiration to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's people like Sonia Murphy and the whole circle of P, which they don't know yet. I got a surprise for the circle of people. I'm not going to tell it right now. I'm going to hold on to it, but just know that there's something coming about the circle of P. Robin Denson Austin, Sonia Murphy, Earl Howard, James Jones. All I could list them on and on and on and on. But something's cool is coming.
And we always make sure on this show we shout them out. And also too, this is just part 1 of the show here with you. You're going to come back for part 2, 3, and 4 as well. So everybody out there watching, don't fret. We got a lot to cover. This brother's going to be down. He's coming on and off. You're hanging out on Funk from the Front Seat. You know, I'm your host, number 9. My co-host, Kara Oker's here. She's going to be popping on a little bit. I'm 9 on the Grind TV. So remember, I love you guys. Keep supporting the show. And thank you for all the nice comments on the thread. Stay active. So, Tony, like, how long you been funking as hard as you've been funking?
That's a good story too. So here's the thing. Here's the backstory. Go back to 1973, 74, 13, 14 years old, and that's where, you know, I discovered Standing on the Verge. You know, and they always say whatever music you latch onto at age 14 for males is what sticks with you the rest of your life. And so I went back and researched it, and Standing on the Verge of Getting It On, which was like the one that started the P for me. And then that led to everything else, Mothership Connection, all that stuff. So in school, I never did sports. I wasn't on any athletics. I wasn't on any social clubs, anything like that. But I started our local P-Funk club. And it consisted of me and maybe 10 other individuals. But we had officers, we had meeting minutes. Like I went the other day and looked at a photo album, and the meeting minutes and stuff was there from when we were just sitting around talking about people, giving ourselves names like Overlord and Maggot and all this kind of stuff. And so around 78, 79, we had this little group where we went and did parties, the Star Show Disco Audio Star Show, and Turnkey Audio Disco Star Show. Me, Steve Lynch, Maurice Davis, Walter Whitfield. And we would just go around and we would rock parties, but we would come out like, we were one of the first ones to use like smoke machines, and I would put the George blonde wigs on and come out with furs and stuff on. People was like, this dude crazy, man. But we was emulating the P-Funk, you know, as best as we could from a disco, you know, DJ perspective. So, of course, real life hits, you know, you start having children, you got to get a real job, and you put all that stuff on the shelf. So for years and years, I just kind of watched all the P-Funk stuff from the sidelines, enjoying the music. I wasn't performing, I wasn't doing that stuff. And then recently, I just dusted off all this stuff. And my man, Walter, who was part of the group, he messaged me like in 2018, and he was like, dude, I've been doing music, because I had forgotten back in the day, I had given him a bass guitar. Like somebody gave it. I was always collecting instruments because I was on a band in 78 or 79. And people were giving me like timbales and kalimbas. I was trying to do Maurice White. Can't play a lick, you know, but I'm looking for it, you know. And So I didn't realize, but I had given him a bass or something back in the day, and he actually went on to learn to play. So he hit me up in 2018. He was like, "Man, I've been doing music in my home studio, and check out this stuff." Man, he sent me some music, and I was like, "Whoa." So I called my producer here in town, and we went in the studio, and I just went in the booth, and the song "Shorty," that's gonna be my debut of my new album that's about to drop in a couple of weeks, it just came out of me. I don't know where it was just hiding in there or whatever. But I hadn't written it or anything. I just went in, put the headphones on, the music started. I'm like, when you walked into the room, and that led to the whole thing.
Right.
So that is what I'm calling it is like a new era of funk, because I think it's definitely inspired by the P. But it sounds a little bit different. It's not as hard or whatever. And then I went out and got Scotty Clinton, Trezay Clinton to come in and do features and to be part of stuff. So they all are on the album. It's just gonna be crazy, man. I just like this P-Funk journey that I kind of set dormant for a while. I've jumped back in, and I'm meeting all these people, like the names we mentioned before, like Circle of P and all that. Like people that I wish I had known for the past 30, 40 years, because I would love to just be like chopping it up with y'all every day of my life. You know what I'm saying? So now I feel like I'm playing catch up now. It's like, I ain't no Sonia Murphy, I ain't no Robin, I ain't no Earl Howard. Like, I got to catch up now. Like, I got to talk to them all the time, because we got lost time to make up.
That's right. And you said something really, really cool just now. The circle of this whole funk family thing, and I don't get into the negative parts. What's up, Philip Rogers, Bay Shore in the house, man? I got you, bro. I love you, man. You guys are really blowing the thread up today. Thank you so much. Obviously, Tony Cam is, A-lister. He's doing his thing, and I can't emphasize enough how much I love this brother. When I heard your stuff on P-Funk Radio, and then I see you comment, and then you comment on my stuff that's on there, I'm like you said, almost like God waited for us to get this thing before he brought us all together for a reason. Because truth be told, we're the only ones left that's going to be able to keep this thing alive. Boosie and George and Dumpster Funk and all of them, they're doing it, and they're already ready on the Mount Rushmore of funk. Yeah. We know that. Mayo and Skeet and Bird and Mike, the list goes on. And we love all of them because they're our heroes. And when you went back to saying you wanted to do stuff at parties and start your own little funk thing, I was the same way in Bay Shore. I was always the one that everybody came to my house. I had all the Funkadelic albums. I was calling myself Casper. You know what I'm saying? And again, it just grew on you. And like you said, something, man, at 14 years old, when I heard "Let's Take It to the Stage," I was like, oh, that's me. I'm home. I'm home, man.
It was over. There's no other music, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So listen, check this out. We're hanging out today, y'all. Funk from the Front Seat, 9 on the Grind TV. What's up, DVA Mechanics? How you doing? I love you, man. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys supporting the show. Tony Cam, Summer Cam, and all you guys out there, please wish this brother a happy birthday. It's his birthday this past Wednesday, the 7th, And we always go down our list of supporters, which we do at the halfway mark, and then I'm going to bring Kara on the other side. Philip says, yeah, that's true. The house was the party. My house was the party. You're right, Phil. That's my bro from Bay Shore. We go back to like second grade. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So let me ask you, right? When you're doing your music, and then you get this idea for the comic book, but then also snuck out a preview of a film on us. And tell us about, because I know I'm going to let you say what you acted in. So please tell us about your Broadway and your stage experience and the name of that performance and show that you were in for my audience, because they don't know.
Gotcha. Okay. So that whole experience was, it's crazy how, you get a second win when you get to 50 years old or whatever, and you're known for just being because I've been a hotel manager for almost 40 years. That's what my career is. And then you don't know you can do certain things. And then you have someone like a local director in town, Jennifer Petticolas, who writes plays and stuff like that. And they ask you to be in something, and you don't even know that you can act in theater. Like I'd never ever given that any thought. And then the next thing I know, I'm in a play, and then I'm in another one, and then I do Fences, the famous August Wilson play that Denzel Washington did as well. And it was just it was a phenomenal experience. And then I went on to direct and act in A Soldier's Play along with my son and a bunch of other local guys. We had a great time with that. Theater, man, is something that's so cool and visceral. Like, it's nothing like having that spontaneous thing when you're acting right then and then. The audience is right there in front of you. You could mess up, you could forget a line. It's exhilarating. It's like a roller coaster ride. The thing about doing plays is it's a long process. So you may be rehearsing for 2-3 months, and then to do 2 or 3 weekends, of a thing. So I definitely want to get back into some more of the theater thing. The guys are always hitting me from the Soldier's Play, like, when can we do it again? When can we do something else? And it's the time thing. I got so much other stuff I'm doing. It's like to set aside 3 or 4 months of my life. I got to get to a point where I want to do that again. Yeah. But that just led to other stuff. And just recently, I had the pleasure of my friend VJ Acree out of Richmond was doing a short film. It's a thriller slasher kind of film. And he said, hey, man, come and, be a detective, small role, whatever. Got there, started filming. It turned into a bigger role than we expected. And then I had just launched my entertainment company. So I wanted a film division. So I said, hey, you mind if I come on and contribute some stuff and become like an executive producer? And so now under my film company, we're about to release in August, Only in My Nightmares, which is a VJ Acree film. He wrote, directed it, stars in it. He and I have become now almost like the bad boys, Will and Martin, because we're playing off each other, Detectives Carter and Jackson. And so, man, it's just such a thrill. It's like a playground. Life is so much fun, like all these things that I've been able to have the honor and pleasure to be able to do. I don't take it for granted at all, But,
that's what's up, bro. Yo, yeah. And speaking of that, we're going to show a little clip of that. I managed to get my hands on it through my sources. Yeah, man. Wow. So we're going to show a little bit of your acting and what's coming out in a couple of months, Only in My Nightmares. I'm going to have my lovely producer, Karen, pull that up for me, man.
Okay.
You're an amazing brother, inspiring all of us, keeping it real, man. So y'all check this out.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure if the audio's on mute or not.
Yeah, man. Okay. That's wow. That's a nice trailer too, man. My man VJ and Becky Gaskill, they put together an awesome trailer, man. And I don't know, have you ever seen a brother draw a gun that fast like that, man? That thing was
and
yeah, if you want to see the trailer with the sound and everything, go to TonyCam.com/films, and you'll be able to see the trailer, the poster, information on the premiere, the air date, and all that kind of stuff. So, man, it's crazy.
That's really cool. Congratulations, man. You're amazing. amazing spirit, keeping it real. Y'all hang out with us. He's going to spend some more time with us. Right now, I'm going to just give a word to my sponsor, TC. Hang out with me for a minute. I'm going to bring up this video Keith Jackson does for us, and supporting the show P-Funk Radio. And all you guys stay out there, stay active on the thread. We're going to come back on the other side with more of Mr. Tony Cam, Summer of Cam. And we're going to bring on our co-host, Kara Oker. And, you know, she's going to chop it up with Tony a little bit. And, you know, we're going to sit here and pick his brain some more. A lot of the comments are coming in, you know. The movie itself is going to be tight, and I can't wait to see it. You know, obviously, you know, you do what you do, and you're a great, you know, actor and producer, executive producer, and clothing line and music. And, you know, right now, man, you flying the ship, man, and you flying it high for us, man. The funk flag is in good hands. You know what I mean? It's in real good hands. I'm so happy for you, legitimately, man, and I'll do anything I can to support what you do, brother. You're amazing, man.
I appreciate you, man, for real. I've been dying to come on here for a long time. You and I have talked about it, and even once we set this date for today,
yes,
it seemed like it took forever to get here.
Yes.
I was seeing other people on the show, and I was like, when is my turn? And I knew I had a date, but it's like, is it ever going to get here, man? Because I'm dying to get on here and talk with this dude, man. You know.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot, man. And you know, I got to give a special shout out to Dr. G, George Darden, up in DC. You know, he went through some medical things recently. So, George, if you're watching, know that we care, know that we love you. Obviously, P-Funk Radio, Keith Jackson, Patty and Bootsy, Club Funketeers, Philly Phil, Gabe, Funkster Jones, Robin Circler P, Curtis, Miss Pat, Aquarius Rising Artist, and Curtis Wilcox, Joe Keys, I love you, Kane and Jams, I love you, HJ Entertainment, Dr. Brookenstein, thanks to my website, the entire Nappy Head Funk Army family and band. I love all you guys out there, man. And please go out and support what this brother's doing. He's an entrepreneur. And, you know, he's a black man doing it in a world that's always stacked up against us. And we know we can do anything we want to, but there are still forces sometimes that don't want us to succeed. And I applaud you for working through all of that. You're an inspiration for me. So we're trying to get this P-Funk commercial pulled up, Keith Jackson. But if we can, it's cool. We'll just, you know, keep it moving and bring Kara back on, because I know Kara wants to ask you some questions. And then we got a little clip from the Funketeers Ball of, my favorite, one of my favorite, and Karen says it's her favorite. I'd rather be with you. Yeah, she's like, oh, everybody knows that song. I was like, yeah, but they was knocking it out, so, you know.
Well, you know, Funketeers Ball 5 is coming up, brother. It's coming up. September.
You got it, Karen. You good.
Hey, this is Keith Jackson with P-Funk Radio, inviting you to check out my brother Zach Robinson with Funk from the Front Seat. Saturdays, 12 noon on the East Coast and 9 a.m. on the West Coast. It all happens on 9 on the Grind TV and also on YouTube. Great guest, great conversation each and every Saturday. That's Funk from the Front Seat with Zach Robinson on 9 on the Grind TV and YouTube. Check him out.
Keith is mad cool. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate that.
I love Keith, man. I love that dude, man. Him and George Darden. I'm glad you mentioned those names. Those are two of the most influential people with the stuff that I'm doing right now, because they are opportunity guys. They're opening doors. George, if it wasn't for George Darden, I never would have played Funketeers Ball. I never would have played Blue Dolphin in Maryland. And Keith, man, gives me so much love on P-Funk Radio. It's crazy, you know. And
he does.
Yeah.
He gives all of us that same love, man. I could pick up the phone and call Keith day and night, personally, and I just say that not for everybody to do it, but he's that kind of brother, you know. Yeah. Love him.
Cool.
Man. It's cool.
Oh, there's Kara. What's up, Kara?
Hey, how's it going?
Going fantastic.
Good. I didn't know. So we had a couple directions. So I just figured I'd just jump in and.
Okay.
But yes, so we do have a video of you.
You do?
I'd rather be with you, and I love this version. So can we show it? Is that okay?
Sure,
Zach?
absolutely. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Can
Go
you hear
for
me,
it.
Zach?
Yeah.
Okay, you're silent. I'm so confused. You're like pulling a few shades of our friend that we love and adore.
No. You're the producer, and when you bring Keith in, I talk until he comes in. So it's all good. It's not like that. No.
I was like, are you growing gills? This is funny. Hey, Sonia Murphy, thank you. So we're gonna show this. I love this. Hold on.
Producers.
Sometimes I'm just gonna jump
man.
on and grab the reins.
Nothing happens
Okay.
without a producer.
Okay,
That's
guys,
right.
I love this. So yeah, anyways, that was really cool, guys. I loved it. I love this video. Last night I was listening to it and I was dancing with my cat around the room, and it was I love this.
That's funny. That was one of the coolest nights ever, man. It's after you do a show like that, it's kind of hard to top it. It's like, what do you do after that? I mean, and the coolest thing about being at Funketeers Ball is that is like the annual P-Funk convention. So I do a lot of shows all the time, and we'll do P-Funk in front of regular audiences, you know, and everyone knows, you know, Give Up the Funk and Flashlight and some of the others, you know. and they just dig it and they get down and they groove. But going to the P-Funk and Funketeers Ball, that's a room full of people that know the music, they know the P. You cannot mess up. I was nervous. I was so nervous before I stepped out on that stage because I was saying, okay, I don't know these people. Like, I know a lot of them by name, but I've never met most of them. And I'm going to go out here and they're either going to just sit there and say, hey, bring a real band on or whatever, or they're going to like it. And from the first few moments when they stepped to the stage and they were all in and they were singing and stuff, I was like, dude, it doesn't get any better than this right here. And on that song, I'd Rather Be With You, we had Frankie Waddy playing the drums with us, who was the original Bootsy drummer who played on that song. And in sound check, we had Michael Hampton warming up, and we played Maggot Brain with him. My guys, Chris and Ashley and Patrick from my band, that's still the highlight of all of our career right now, was that Funketeers Ball 4. And can't wait to get back to the one this year. But I gotta say, I'm glad you like that, Kara.
Thank you.
I was sitting at the table with Sonia and another couple that I didn't know. And the brother leaned over to me and he said, man, he got that Bootsy shit down. And I was like, yeah, he do. Yeah, he do. And the brother, we was just sitting there. He had his wife. I was sitting with Sonia and somebody else. And Sonia got up, she left. And I was sitting there because I was studying as an artist. We study other artists. But I told you when I had first talked to you a while ago, man, last year. And I said, man, when y'all came on with I'm going to Make You Sick of Me, the way you came on stomping that bottom, that set the tone. And you had nothing to worry about. You had them right there in the palm of your hand
I was worried, man. I was nervous. I was like, this is going to be the grand opening or grand closing.
And believe me, if George, and I think they're going to see their way to get us on this year because it's been 5 of them. So I think we about due. And I'm asking the Chocolate City Alliance, hey, don't forget about Napier because I want to open up for you guys. You know, if you're there, then we're there, you know, because I think we're about due. And we'll talk about that some other time. But your thing is so powerful and your stage presence is such a powerful persona. As soon as you hit the stage, you good to go. You know what I'm saying? You could be singing happy birthday and it would work. You know what I mean? It would be beautiful, man.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Hearing stuff like that from you and Jeffrey Mitchell is another one that, you know P-Funk won. And he messaged me after that show and he was like, Cam, I didn't know, man. He's like, I got to give you the props, man. And so I was like, wow. So that, again, fuel. That's the fuel, man. You know, can't tell me stuff like that and then think I ain't gonna go run and do something else with it, because that's the whole point, whole purpose.
That's it. That's it.
Well, you're my spirit animal, pretty much.
Oh wow! I
love how you just
spirit animal before. That's awesome.
Yes, you just take all your elements that just inspire you and you go for it, and I love that fearlessness, even if you do have, moments of, oh my gosh, is this gonna work out? Am I gonna be laughed off the stage or whatnot? But you just go for it. And I think that's just amazing to be said for anyone wanting to go for their dreams. Like, it's never too late. It's never, you just go for it. Just do it.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, it's never too late to do it. Like I said, I put all that stuff on the shelf in 79. So this is, all these years later, I'm just dusting it off and it's still there. And someone said like, wow, you're releasing your first album on a label at 61 years old. It's like, who does that? You're like a new artist. And I'm like, well, if people like it, if they dig it, what they got to do with it,
Oh, and to be honest, okay, so you and Zach are just killing it right now. And it doesn't matter that you're not 19 years old. If anything, it just makes it better. Like,
it does.
You can't fuck with us people. We're seasoned in this thing called life. We don't have any other issues in the world other than if we don't do this, then we're not living our life's purpose. So, you know, go you for just living your purpose and exploring everything that is.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep. You know, having this platform to spread peace, love, and harmony, and vibing with Kara. I've been knowing her now for a minute, and she's a great producer, and you know, a friend as well, and understanding just my crazy mind. What you're doing, and again, I keep wanting to tell all the Funkers out there, we love everything that you guys do. We love you. We love you. Thank you for always supporting us. Because again, as George and Bootsy and those guys get older, and they've left us so many pyramids and so many secrets to unlock. This funk thing can't die. I'm telling everybody out there, we have to keep it alive by any means necessary. George always says that.
That's true. That's true.
We do, Tony. And you know what? It's like, I don't like to see some of the things I see and hear, but I don't go into negative on this show. I just like to keep it moving. But please, you know, we all need each other. We all have to support each other. If you're going to go out and spend $30 to buy a Bruno Mars disc or whatever, then, you know, go out and spend the $25 and get Tony Cam and the Funk All-Stars. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. And get Trezay Clinton and get 13 and get Scotty Clinton and get the 3GP, the third generation P-Funk. Those, man, I'm telling you, man, I have had so much fun collaborating with those young ones, man, because to me, that is what's got to push it. Next, you know? And to see how creative they are, man, like probably on my album, out of 7 songs, 5 of them, they're all involved, co-writing, contributing verses or whatever, and the energy that comes from them, you know, when I send it to them to pee on it, man, they pee all over it, send it back.
That's right. That's right.
You know? We got to keep the funk alive. We got to keep it going, man, because it's a way of life, man. It's not just the music. You know? Exactly.
Thank you. And I shout out to Shirley Clinton too. You know,
Shirley Clinton. Don't funk with me if you ain't got funk. Yeah, Shirley and I are like, she's in Carolina and I'm in Virginia, so we're not far from each other, and we'll be at Funk Tiz Ball 5 together. So I can't wait to meet her. We've talked back about another one of those people that I feel like I've met and know, you know, just from correspondence. So I can't wait to finally put my hands on her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's down here by me. She's about like an hour and a half from me.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. Yep. So she's doing her thing.
Okay, cool. Kara, what else you got, roving reporter?
I don't know. I'm just so I don't know. I mean, I can fade back out and you guys can keep talking. I just kind of had to bombard and then put on the music because I've noticed that if I don't steal the stage real quick, you guys don't hear the audio. So I can roll back out if I need to and then roll back in.
No, we like having you on there. I feel like I'm on KNN right now, you know, Kara News Network. Let's go.
Look at that.
Max getting jealous.
No, not at all. Not at all. I sit back and watch because you know what? Now, don't ever forget the teacher. Exactly. I'm good with it. I've been talking for over a year, all right, every Saturday. So you are a welcomed addition as a co-host and producer, Kara. Trust me when I tell you. New energy, new life.
Roving reporter, Kara. That's dope. Oh, thank you, Sonia. Love it.
I told you, Sonny Murphy, man, best cheerleader ever. Zach, I love the way that you do the show from the actual front seat of your car, man. That's really dope, man. You know, it's like
thank you.
You funking from the front seat for real. You know, I almost did this from my car too, but I was like, well, I don't know. I don't want my signal to mess up or nothing, so I better just stay at the crib where I know I'm safe.
He is legit. Like, Zach is so legit and very literal. Oh yeah, no, we're doing this from my front seats. And
I love it. I love it.
A couple weeks ago, it was he had his little bandana extra Tupac-ish, and then he did a Tupac intro song, you know. So gotta love that.
Wow.
Pac is my guy. You know, I like all the rappers, Eminem, Pac, you know, Nas, and I listen to all of those rappers because the stories that they tell, I relate to back to us growing up on the funk. And Kara's got a lot of that. You know, when I mention an artist, you know, she'll tell you where she's from, but she makes no bones about funkin' Ohio. She's from the OHIO.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
That's where she's producing from, you know?
You can't say funk without mentioning Ohio. That's a birthplace right there too. So
I mean, I'm from Indiana, but I've lived in Ohio.
okay. All right.
So we can do that. We can do that.
Hey, you've been funk adjacent then. So
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, I do
Yes.
like to tell people, I know I've mentioned it on this show before with Diego, but you know, growing up, talking about musical influences, especially in your teenage years. So growing up, my dad, you know, in Indiana, small town, he also loved to farm. We didn't live on a farm, but he would go and just always be on a farm somewhere and help out. And every time that we would be in a car together, we would always listen to, you know, Bootsy, George Clinton, like all the funk and all the 70s soul also. And I grew up on Earth, Wind, and Fire, and it was just like ingrained, right? And it's never left. And of course, in middle school for me, Biggie, Tupac. So I still listen to that stuff, you know, when I was entering high school. So it never leaves, and it's just so ingrained. And so being on this show and then talking to you, it's just such an honor to be on the show with Zach, first of all, and then to just talk to you. It's like my dad would be so proud right now.
I
love it. That's beautiful.
Yes, I do have a question though. One actual question instead of just being a fangirl. That interest. So that intro song on the movie trailer. What's the name of that song?
Oh my gosh! You know, I asked that question myself night before last. So the producer of the film, wrote and directed it, DJ Acree. He's an artist as well. He's a music artist as well, and that's one of his friends. And when I heard the music, I was like, "Oh man, that song!" So that song is ingrained in my brain right now.
Yeah,
I have to find out and let you know exactly.
If you could, I love that song, and then I would just love to know the artist, and then just promote him on my own time, because I don't think we can do that enough with people. It's just, it hits you hard.
It does, you know, and look, and he BJ and his crew edited the trailer and everything. So when I saw it for the first time, I was seeing it like you guys saw it, and I didn't know what to expect. And then when I flipped the gun and then the music, you know, I feel like Rome is burning, I was like, what song is that? And so I called him. I was like, BJ, do we have permission to because I'm putting this on YouTube? Do we have like right? He said, yeah, that's my boy. You know, blah blah. I'm like, oh, well, dope. This is like, I want to hear the full song now.
Oh my gosh!
So I'll make sure you get that info. He'll be happy to hear that.
Thank you. Also, thank you again, Sonia. You are amazing, and I'm her spirit animal. Yes.
You know, this is such a funk community, and all of us together hanging out from all different parts of the world, thanks to all this great technology. I gotta say, when I watch all of the threads and you guys out there watching the show, I appreciate you. A lot of times, those of us that are working in the music thing or doing other jobs, we're active on the thread. We just can't talk all the time. So I want you guys to know, P-Funk thread Wednesday night with my man Gabe. I just called him last week and talked to him. And, you know, Larry Funkster Jones and Robin. If you don't see us on the thread, it doesn't mean we're not paying attention. Sometimes we just got our hands in other things, you know. But maybe I can get Kara as now my girl Friday to start answering some of my thread stuff before Tony steals you away.
You know what? My life is kind of transitioning right now too. So I'll be able to open that up and then just be everyone's go-to woman. Just get shit done for everyone. Maybe y'all can get shit done for me one day.
Hey,
it'll be a good
slogan.
thing.
That's your slogan right there. You just said it. That's your
get
slogan.
Shit done.
Get the shirt. Get the shirt.
Yeah.
Get shit done for everyone.
Yes.
And you know, Tony, when we was talking, I told Kara that I was supposed to get a shirt from you. She said, "Well, what about me?" I said, "I got you, boo." I said, "He's gonna take care of you first, guaranteed."
I got both of y'all. I got both of y'all.
I know.
I'm send you the link. You tell me what you want, and I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
I know you do. I know. And I told her, I was like, "Hey, this is a great show for perks. I get shirts, I get bracelets. I said, I get all kinds of stuff." So I said, "Listen, I'm gonna start hooking you up. Don't worry, boo. I got you. You know."
I mean, even just the community, just this show is amazing. You've been on, Tony, and literally everyone's been watching. And everyone's just been so supportive. The comments have been lighting up today. So I haven't been able to show all of the comments because multitasking, I can only do so much before my brain just like, but it's been amazing. So thank you everyone and keep the comments rolling.
The community of the P is really locked in, man. I love it. It's a religion. Like even on Sunday mornings, we have Robin Denson Austin hosts Robin's Circle of P. And that has become Jackie, my wife Jackie, and I, that has become our Sunday morning service. So every Sunday from 10 to 12, we're in the kitchen. She's cooking. I got the speaker pumped up, and we're logged in, and we're talking and communicating in the chat room with people that we've come to love and feel like we know. And hearing like the best P-Funk music, even clips that I had forgotten about or some that I never ever heard before. And then occasionally Robin would throw one of my joints in there while I'm listening and I just lose everything. And I'm just like,
isn't that so cool? Yeah. And it's funny because I'm not doing my Sundays anymore. So now I will have time to come on and get in Robin's Circle. Yeah, man. I'm going to be on there because I love Robin. I love her, man. I know. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. I wanted to ask you both something. Kara, you're in Ohio, and Tony, you're in Virginia, right?
Virginia.
And with the festivals and things that are coming about, what are your areas doing with the COVID? Kara, ladies first, I'll ask you because here I see things starting to happen, but people are still apprehensive. And I really want to focus my audience on staying safe with this new strain. I have to address the elephant in the room because we're getting ready to do the 21st in Maryland, whatever. But Kara, what's going on up there with that?
So in grocery stores, people for the most part are still wearing their masks. Just because whether you're vaccinated or not, which is good. Everywhere else, no, nobody, it's like they forgot. And on one hand, yes, live your life, but on the other, do stay safe because Delta isn't something to mess with. I've heard stories even in my area, Cincinnati, where, you can have one asymptomatic person who's already had the vaccine, but they have Delta. One person's asymptomatic and the other is just in bed, miserable. And, just look at it as, can you even afford to be quarantined for 10 days? Do you want to put your body through that? Do you want to take that risk? And, mask up, David Brooks. Yes. It's like, yes, enjoy your life, have a good time, but just be careful and don't forget. We've lost more than 500,000 people, just from this and in the last year. And that's terrifying. And we're going to see the repercussions for a long time still. So don't forget, mask up, be healthy, take your vitamins. If you need a health coach, come talk to me, but just take care of yourself. And that's the main thing. But every once in a while, I'll still see people wearing masks in public, which is good. And just take care of yourselves. It's not like a magic wand and everything is suddenly better. So
no, it's still there, and I wear my mask all the time. I have my own collection, of course, but different things and different. I don't have one right here handy right now, but I have a bunch of them. But yeah, I'm always wearing them just out of abundance of caution, man, because you never know, and why not? I mean, doesn't bother me to wear it. Some people are, I'm not putting it on anti-mask, and that's you, but and as far as shows, man, here in Virginia, they've kind of opened back up. Like we just recently did one. It was an outdoor jump, and it was they had people in pods, but pods are good until the funk hits you. Then everybody's up. So it's cross pollination at that point.
Yes.
So we just say, hey, stay out that way. Let us do our thing. Hopefully, all the band members are, we just all conscious of it. Most of us vaccinated and everything else, but we're just all conscious, man. You just gotta keep your guard up. You just don't know. You don't know what's after even the Delta. Like you don't know what's, or no one knows how long the vaccination's gonna last really until we need to get them again. That kind of stuff. So just be safe. Be careful, and just if you do get some, just try to get over it and stay here. That's the thing.
Yeah. Also, one thing that I notice is I like wearing my mask because as a petite, shorter woman, I'm on the tall end of short ladies, but I'm still small. And I like the mask. I like the thought of like, it's a privilege if you see my face in public. Unfortunately, you have to protect yourself as a woman, and some men can get a little creepy, and it's like, nope, just you just see my eyes. That's all you're getting.
Yeah. That is too funny.
Well, so you're like a superhero. That's why.
Hey, we have a guy.
Gotta brush up on my self-defense moves.
Yeah, we have a guy at the hotel that I run that we had hired, and we hired him back during the height of everything. So of course he had the mask on the interview. He had the mask on, working, whatever. It was like 2-3 weeks in before we saw him without his mask one day, and we were like, he doesn't look anything like we all thought he did. It's 2 weeks in, but that's how we were all just hunkered down. Yep. And now it's kind of like Kara said, like people just forgot. It's like, okay.
Yes.
When I go to the grocery store, I'm masked, and I'm one of the few ones in there now. I'm looking around, But hey, just my thing is, I'm not gonna bother you and say put one on. Don't bother me and say, hey, why you got one on? Just people need to leave. People need to leave each other alone.
Yes.
What you want to do is what you want to do. Just leave me alone. I'm here to get my groceries. Don't tell me nothing about what I shouldn't or should I. We're not getting into an existential conversation on aisle 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, get your groceries and let me get mine.
Exactly.
The world
everyone
kind of left everybody alone, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I figured out a way around all of that, because what I do, I go so early in the morning, I'm in there by myself, or either late at night. We have a Harris Teeter and Kroger here. We have 2 of them, and they both stay open 24 hours a day. Even during COVID, because I live by Duke University, the college, so a lot of college students are here. But I was making sure. But the only reason why I asked that is because I noticed, Tony, you've been doing a lot of live performances. Everything's opening up. And I just wanted to see from state to state what was happening, because right now the 3 of us are in different regions of the country. So that kind of gives us a good perspective of what, America is trying to do. And kudos to everyone out there that got their vaccine. I am for the vaccine, but I'm not going to be up on you if you didn't get it. That's your personal choice. But again, with the music thing, the funk, we have to be like that. That's the vibe. you know. And so I'm just encouraging everybody, please stay safe, man. We've been hanging out today with Tony Cam, Summer of Cam. It's his birthday week. We couldn't wait to have him on. He's getting ready to rob my producer, and that's okay because Kara is a free agent, and she is, by the way, an excellent health coach. She personally helped me. All right. So, yeah. So we got this going on. So everybody out there, thanks for staying so active on the chat line. You guys are amazing. Please follow this brother. All his information is on the banner. You know, I'm going to give Kara and Tony the last words, and then we're getting ready to get up out of here and let everybody get about their day. But anything else you want to add, Kara, about this gentleman and this beautiful spirit that we have here? We're blessed to have today.
I just appreciate you wholly. Just your presence and your essence, just talking to you via messenger the other day. And it ended up being your birthday. So thank you for answering on your birthday.
Hey,
but
why
just
not?
yes, your whole energy is just it's just through the roof. And you're just such an open, just wonderful person, just so energetic, and I love it. And check this man out. He has so many things going on. I've been bannering the hell out of you today. And just check him out any way possible. You're just doing some amazing things. And I just appreciate you 100%.
Hey.
Hang on one more second, Kara, after Tony. I just got to tell you something. Tony, go ahead, man.
Oh, no. Hey, thanks for having me on here, man. This was awesome. Hope to be back again when I've got other projects, you know, coming out and everything. So just stay looking out for the music is coming, the film is coming, the comic book is coming, and then there's like 4 or 5 planes waiting to take off the run. There's just sitting on the runway, gaining passengers right now, and it's just always something in the pipeline. You know, my motto is live every day like it's your first. You know. So it's like wake up every day is like brand new. What haven't I done? You know, the wonder of what the possibilities are. So that's just what I'm doing. That's what gets me up all the time. And then having people respond the way like you guys and people that we all mentioned earlier, all those names, they know who they are, that are constantly messaging me or inboxing me or whatever and saying, keep it up, Cam. You know, what you got? You know, where's something else? Where's the next song? That's what pushes me to say, oh, wow, they want something. So I got to get in the studio and get it, you know? So it's one circle, man. It's a circle of P, man. And it just goes round and round and round and round. And it just has to keep going, you know?
Yeah. I got one question before you. Yeah, I got one question before you go, but I wanted to let the audience know, Kara is such an awesome producer, because I usually do the digging for all the information for the show. But then Kara texts me, check your email. And when I checked my email, she had everything that I needed. And this is the first, you know, she's such a great producer. I didn't have to do anything. And I was like, wow, you making me feel like David Letterman and Howard Stern. I said, because, you know, you're my Robin. I said, you've done all this hard work. And I just want the audience to know how hard you do work, Kara, behind the scenes. I'm shouting you out because they need to know you are an amazing, beautiful woman. And for those of you that don't know, she's an amazing life coach, you know. So check her stuff out. She's all over the place, you know, deep into roots, you know, and she also does something on another network, you know, that I'm not really mentioning right now, but I will mention Jatovy and Mark Lee. But I'm not going to mention the network, but, you know, because I'm not with them anymore. And, you know, I ain't really feeling it. But, you know, thank you, Kara. I appreciate it. But, Tony, before you go, right?
Yes, sir.
Any last word to the young people coming up that want to get in the music business?
Yeah, just do it. Like, keep your dreams alive and just go for it, man. I mean, the world needs what you have to offer. You may not even realize it, but the world needs it. It's like there's never going to be too much creativity. There's never going to be too much music, too much thoughts, too much ideas. Never. So, but you can run out of stuff, but you need all of that. And young people, just be business about it though. Like, don't let people take advantage of you. Make sure you own your publishing, own your masters, own your records. Like, you know, don't sign over your whole lives just to get an instant something. You know, be smart about it. Talk to older people. Like the coolest thing in my band, Funk All Stars, we are up to like 17 people now, I think, on the band. And we range from 61 down to like 22. And so 4 or 5 of the people on the band are young people that love hanging out with us old cats because they're getting stage experiences that they don't get as a solo hip hop artist who's just walking on the stage with a mic with a crowd. They're getting to jump up and down on the stage with 16 people and live instruments are playing, you know, that kind of thing. And I think that's another thing that's missing is the live music aspect of stuff. Is I wish more about young people would like learn to play instruments or be exposed to my thing was when I was growing up, 2 doors up from me was our area's hottest R&B funk band. That's where they rehearsed. So I got to see that, to peep in the window and see these guys playing Earth, Wind and Fire and Parliament Funkadelic. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, these people are not from another planet like George. They're right here up from my house and they're playing that music. Why can't I do it? So I think now we need that exposure to kids when they're young, you know, when they're coming up. They need to see musicians, they need to see live acts and stuff like that. So if I got anything for young people is, you know, get involved with live music, man. There's just nothing like it. You know, studio's cool and tracks and all that, but make some songs, man. Write some music, you know, and that kind of stuff. So I'm just looking forward to what's coming because I'm just so enthralled with the 3GP and them young guys and what they're doing. Get Treze's album, get all of theirs albums, everything on there. Some of the stuff you may say, "Ooh, that's a little trap." I don't know, you know, give it to Kara, you know. But other stuff you're gonna say, "No, Zach don't get into this because it's nappy head sounding," you know. And so it's, you know, you got to go and grab it and embrace all of it. So that's all I got to say to the youngsters. Keep grinding.
Yo, brother, well said, and we're gonna end on that. Y'all heard it first. Funk from the Front Seat, right here, 9 on the Grind TV. Grab it and embrace it. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do here. My girl, Kara Oakler, Hank, thank you for hanging out with us. We get ready to do our shout-outs and get out here. Again, you know, this brother got so many things. Only in My Nightmares, new film coming out. Y'all seen the trailer? The Adventures of Tony Cam and the Funk All-Stars magazine is coming out. Shout out to Curtis Wilcox and everybody that was on the thread today. You guys were amazing. Continue to support the show. Continue to support us. And please, 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 above all, know that we love you. Know that we care about you. And if you're feeling some kind of distress or some kind of way, please always reach out. Depression is a real thing. And we all suffer from PTSD from the COVID thing and other things in our lives. Know that you have a place to go. Know that one of us on this panel right here today will always be available to say, hey, it's going to be all right. We love y'all, man. I'll see y'all next week on Funk from the Front Seat. I'm getting ready to do my shout-outs. Tony, you've been great. I'm looking forward to talking to you again, man. I'll chat you up during the week. All right, brother?
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much, Kara. Great job today. And to my audience, let's go home. You nappy wear. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Karen. Sonia, Dr. Brookenstein, birthday. I love all y'all. Good Rogers, I got you. Virginia. North and South Carolina. Don't like the effects, don't produce the cause. Tony Cam and the Funk All-Stars. You know what it is. Thank you, George Clinton, for starting it. Thank you, Bootsy Collins. We love you. James Brown. ACO, Skeet, Mike, Gary Shatter, the late Boogie Munson, and all the P-Funk ladies, Dawn and Linda and Sheila, Amuka, Detroit, where you at? Minneapolis? How you doing, Vanessa? How you doing, around? Funk from the front seat. Bay Shore, Queens, Staten Island, Shaolin, Rhode Island, what's up, Miss Pat? Detroit. Love you, Dr. G. Feel better. DC. Ain't you deep? Bernie Worrell, you started it all, bro. Georgia, Afterglow 92416, Benevolent Funk. Hang out in the front seat. Florida, we're praying for you, Florida. Ohio, what's up, Brenda? I love you. Kentucky, New Orleans, what's up, Dr. Anthony? Oklahoma, Las Vegas, Nevada, North and South Dakota. Oh, hell yeah. California, Angela, my sweetie, I love you. Washington State, Lisa, Graham, keep up the good work. I got you, boo. Hawaii, Samoan, doing the Humpty Hump. Around the world for the funk, y'all. We getting ready to get out of here. Just know we love you. And Florida, a moment just to say we're praying for you. We're praying for everybody down there. New York, I know you just got hit with that hurricane too. We're praying for you. And everybody around the world, know this. There's always a place to go. There's always somebody to talk to. Don't be afraid to reach out. If you feel in some kind of way, just know love is the key. Are you down with it? Are you down with it? And don't forget, August 21st, up in Maryland, y'all, Make America Funk again. The P-Funk family, Nappy Head Funk Army, and some really serious funketeers and bands. We're going to be up there throwing it down. Get your tickets now, or you can get your ticket and walk up. It's going to be tight. I promise you. All the crabs you can eat.
Your family time. A musical revolution is going on. Up with the rising sun, one nation, a work to be done. Come on, all you voices, time to your mind.
We love y'all today, so clap your hands.
For all of mankind, are you down?
Canada, you in the house. England, why? India, namaste. Australia, New Zealand, Carmen, Wendy, I love y'all. I'm getting ready to pump on out of here. I'll see y'all next time. Next Saturday, 12 p.m. Funk from the front seat. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm rocking some new merch. Nappy Head Funk Army merch. You're coming out with it soon. This is a prototype. So let me know what y'all think. All right? Bye.